And we are back for another live friggin' episode of the Kingdom. We would like to welcome our audience wherever you're watching tonight across this beautiful country of ours, Manitoba, Sask, Alberta, BC, all the way up to Newfoundland, also known as Newfoundland. We got a good show tonight. It's going to be maybe a quick one, and we got one heck of a weekend to cover. So without further ado, I never have this ready. What the heck is wrong with me? Without further ado, we'll see ya.
We'll see you in 30.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Kingdom. As always, my name is Drums, and I'm joined by the brothers behind King Golf, Regan and Jordan Headley. As we always do, we're going to send it up north, and hopefully we got some good news. Our boy was at the doctor today. Reggie, you got some breaking news for us?
Yep. Just got in from the range, boys.
Oh, we back.
Just got in from the range. Straight
All
from
right.
Winnipeg, straight home to grab the clubs and went to the range.
Nice.
You have to love it. You absolutely have to love it. Yeah, so she said that there's no way you could do surgery on where it is. So that's out of the question, which is nice. Basically, I have to wear the same brace I was kind of wearing before all year, and hopefully it just heals itself. She was kind of saying, like, all the stuff I could do, like if I was doing sports, like I'd have to wear a brace and all this. And then, like, she finally stopped talking. And I was like, East was in there with me, and I was like, and like, what about golf? And then she's like, well, it's okay because it's your back foot. I'm like, no, I'm a lefty. She's like, oh,
You weirdo.
and she's like imitating the swing, and she's like, no, you should be okay. And he said she was watching my face, and I just lit up. I was so pumped, man. Like I almost started crying. I was just so pumped. I went in with the absolute lowest expectations that anyone could have. Like I didn't think I was golfing this summer, so I'm pumped. I was out on the range tonight with the brace on. Hit it pretty good actually for the first time out. So we'll see. I got a huge June coming up, man. So I'm glad I can golf.
Nice. Well, glad to hear it. Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard to golf season, probably. Hey?
Yeah, are you playing tomorrow?
Well,
you got a tee time already?
Oh, okay. I got a coach in Regina, so I think I'm going to play with Justin, Britt's boyfriend, in Regina this weekend.
Nice.
Hopefully.
Nice.
You're frozen?
Or passed out, I'm not sure. Eyes aren't moving. I think that is a freeze. Yeah, looks like it.
What are you doing?
What am I doing this weekend?
Yeah. No, just in general. What's up in Brandon?
Not much, man. I haven't. Okay, I was wanting Jordan here for this discussion, and maybe I'll wait till he gets back in. But we opened the cabin this weekend at River, so spent the whole weekend out there, just getting everything cleaned up, getting everything ready. So did a lot of work outside. But we came back Sunday, right, to watch. So I caught the last kind of half of the tourney, which was a banger. Oh, now he's completely gone, but he's coming back.
Yeah,
here.
It was.
So yeah, I was kind of disappointed we didn't get to stay out at the cabin, but at the same time, pumped to get the last few hours of golf in. And then we had a nice relaxing day for the holiday. We got a bit of a sickness sweeping through the house.
What was it?
I don't know. It's weird, man. Like, it's kind of nasally and like at the back of my throat, like scratchy, and like it burns every now and then. Like it'll burn for a couple hours, then it won't, and then it's fine. But like my eyes were just dripping yesterday. It was kind of a shit show.
Did you go to walk-in or no?
No, just power through.
East had strep like Wednesday to Saturday last week.
And you can't get into a walk-in in Brandon. It's nuts.
Really?
And we're losing one of our walk-ins, I think, by the end of the summer. So the last time I did it, I actually did online, QDoc, where you
Oh
just
yeah.
talk to a doctor online and they send you a prescription or whatever. So it's pretty sick that way.
Wow.
But like Luca was coughing and stuff Thursday, Friday, and then Friday night he was kind of up, so I laid in bed with him, and then obviously fell asleep, and he was just hacking in my face all night. So definitely caught it that way. The joys of having kids. Um,
Yeah, East had it, and I slept in the other room because I didn't want it.
well, then Liz
I
got
guess
like super sick on Sunday, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm sleeping on the couch. Screw this." Still got it though.
unreal.
Yeah,
Hate to see it. How's men's night last Thursday? Or is
the
that what you wanted to wait
coldest.
to talk?
Yeah, the absolute coldest golf I've ever golfed in. Like I think it was 2 degrees, 3 degrees,
Holy
something like
shit!
that. Like it was nuts. Had mitts, had 17 layers on. It was so cold. Yeah, we won. Like didn't nobody played great other than your brother. Like played
Oh, you guys played
phenomenal.
each other?
No, but like everybody was saying, he was
Oh,
the only one that played good throughout the entire league apparently. So I
wasn't he
want to
like
get
even or
his.
something?
I think he was 73, so a couple over.
A couple over.
Yeah.
Huh.
But no, it was
Yeah.
insane. The boys were debating like all morning if we should even attempt to go out. I think only one group didn't go out, but everybody started chirping each other, like calling each other pussies and stuff. So
Yeah.
all the
Next thing you know,
boys,
everybody's out.
yeah, exactly. Everybody's in at that point.
Yeah, as soon as it gets to that point, especially if it's a group of guys that know each other,
Yeah,
like Gilbert, that would never pass because there's like some like 7-year-olds and some it just you wouldn't have a group chat for the men's night, but yours like as soon as a couple guys say you're pussies, then everybody's like, well, I'm not. I'll go golf.
yeah. We'll
Next,
thank Justin Will for that one. Everybody was. I think we were about to like start a debate or a vote, and Jew was like, all you finance pussies, get your ass out there. So everybody's like, hey, I'm in. So thanks to him, we were out there freezing our ass off.
Jor, I think we just go on as if Jor's not coming back right now.
He's the one that
This might be the
was
first
adamant.
time.
We had to get on and do. He had to leave at 9:30, so he might have pulled the plug a little early. We don't know. You catching hockey?
Yeah, I I've been watching off and on. Uh, I don't know. I'm
It's hard
not
to get
really
in when you
interested
don't
in any
really
of the four
care.
teams. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like they're gonna
Kachuk
be
is a
sweeps.
savage.
Absolute menace. Did you see that hit Bennett had tonight?
No, I didn't see anything tonight.
Absolutely murdered Slavin behind the net. So we'll see what's going on. Oh, now he's in the chat.
Jor's in the chat.
I don't even know if we can. Should we try to
I don't
stop and
know.
restart?
I don't know
Okay.
how to.
Okay, we'll try to quickly stop here and restart for him, and we'll catch you boys back here in a couple of seconds. Hang tight. Jesus.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. through and through, everything about that was so dumb. I literally plugged in my laptop and the internet stopped working, would not turn on. I just plugged it in like the battery, like you needed to use, plugged it in, internet dead. And then the only thing I could think of was to unplug that. As soon as I unplugged it, internet comes on.
Electronics, man.
Can anybody explain that to me? No.
Do we got any tech geeks in the house?
Reggie's gone too now.
Oh God.
What were you guys talking about? What did I miss? You guys went black there. That was wild.
We were just about to throw to you, and it looked like you had a stroke or something, and then you disappeared on us. So
I pretty much did, honestly.
So what's the word out in Rossman, man?
Cut the grass for the first time today.
Hand bomb, or do you got a rider?
Oh, I got a rider. Thank God.
Nice.
It would probably take 4 hours to cut the grass here without maybe not. I don't know. It's just the front yard's pretty hilly. That would be a tough one.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I feel like I had lots to talk about, and then that happened. So I got to get back into it here slowly. What was I going to say? I'm going to Brandon tonight right after the show. And so hopefully this was going to be a short episode to begin with, but it's going to be even shorter now. But looking forward to it. We're going back to Mini. We were there last summer for Mertz's bachelor party and did some golf. Minnesota actually has some really good golf courses there. I mean, the land of 1,000 lakes. So anytime you got water, you usually got a golf course somewhere nearby. But we're playing Chaska Town Course, it's called. I've heard of it before. I looked into it last year. It was fully booked last year when we tried doing it. But I think it's like number 3 or 4 in the state for golf, public golf courses. Nice. Right behind our favorite Deacon's Lodge. It's kind of in the same category as that one.
Okay, beauty.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good course. It's a decent length from the Airbnb, and that's why I'm going there. We're going to watch some baseball too, but not my thing. I go for the beers and the sunshine, but no, it'll be good. It'll be going down with Stocks and Dally tomorrow morning. We're leaving at 6, I think, so I'm going to drive in after this, and yeah, looking forward to it. Should be a good weekend.
No doubt. Who did the Jays play? Do you know? Oh, wow. I'm guessing that the Twins play the Jays, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's we were there last year for the same kind of thing with the Jays, and always lots of Canadians down there, which is nice. I mean, love the Americans, but always nice to see some familiar, it's not like they're Canadian, but you can tell.
Speaking of the Jays, how about the 20 spot they put up last night, Reggie?
Not impressive.
20 runs?
They should save some of that for the next 100 games, so maybe they can win a couple. They're in a huge slump right now. They lost again tonight.
They're in one.
Oh God, they got to figure it out. Nice to see you back, Jor. I didn't know we had to join the same link. Nice to be back in.
Jordan, did you get golfing other than men's night in the coldest weather possible last week?
No, I actually forgot how cold it was. I mean, I've golfed in worse. I'm sure everybody has, but yeah, I don't know. It was windy. It was chilly. I mean, I had long johns on, so that was still cold. And no, it was good.
You had a round though.
Yeah, I had one of the better rounds in memory in men's actually. And I mean, anytime you shoot a good score, you always think, it just feels so easy. Right. And honestly, it could have been a lot better. But I chipped in. I made a longer putt on 13 for birdie, which is the long par 3 there up the hill. So probably a 25 footer uphill for birdie. That was nice. I'm guessing it earned me a skin. I'm not 100%. I haven't checked on it, but that's usually a tough part. But no, Weed City's in great shape. I was, I honestly don't think I had one bad shot the whole night. That was just kind of what kind of night it was. Like, of course, a little bit off the fairway or whatever else, but there was no shots where I was like, that was bad. And honestly, I wanted to talk about that tonight because I had a taste of my own medicine. My segment last week was talking about the decision line. Once you cross that, you're locked in on the target. Did that for, let's say, 95% of the shots, because you forget sometimes, but it worked like a charm. So shout out to Ches, shout out to Drake for bringing that to our attention, and hell of a tip.
Oh, I actually did on the range a couple times tonight. Honestly.
What?
I tried that, like, because I kind of hit a couple, like, I don't know, you kind of get on the range and you hit a couple bad ones and you just keep hitting bad ones. So then I step back and then I actually bear down, and then, yeah, it was good. So what did you were 73?
73, yeah. Roscoe said must have been driver off the deck everywhere. It was. Actually, that's such a good shot for into the wind, honestly. Like, I'm probably going to full-time implement that into my game for one into the wind.
Yeah, did you ever practice it, or you just went with it?
I mean, I hit all my, like, I don't use a tee ever, right? Like, the only time I use a tee is for my driver. And so that's kind of how my swing is. Like, I hit more down at it than anything else. So no, I haven't practiced it anywhere. Just I tried it out one day after we were talking about the DOD King, hole 5, worked, and then haven't missed one yet. So
knock on wood.
Knock on the wood here. Cam, I know. It makes me a little bit uneasy myself, but
you'll be okay.
What do you do, right?
Hey, have you played golf in Regina?
Yeah, we played Tor Hill, I think, last year.
Tor Hill.
But I got some info for you there if you want if you're going to be playing. You're in Regina this weekend?
Yeah, I might play with Justin on Saturday.
Yeah, so he'd know the courses there.
Yeah. Royal Regina, have you heard of it?
Royal Regina, yeah. I mean, I've heard of it. I haven't played it. It's a private course there, or semi-private, I think.
Yeah, he said semi-private.
Yeah.
He said public is Tor or Murray.
The Murr.
Tor Hill.
Yeah.
So anyways, I texted him actually telling him I was going to be there this weekend, and I told him I would text him as soon as I knew if I could play this weekend. And it sounds like it might work out on Saturday, so I'm going to take my clubs and hope for the best.
You're just jumping right into it, eh?
Well, why not?
Nasal.
My foot's actually pretty sore right now, but as long as I know I can't make it worse, then whatever.
Who said that?
That doctor today.
You don't think you can make it worse?
I don't know.
We can get a chainsaw. Cam says play Deer Valley. Ches is saying Royal Regina is nice. Deer Valley is nice. Very nice. So, yeah, you'll get some golf in. I'm looking forward to seeing Chaska Town Course. Looks phenomenal. Like I said, there's so many good courses in Minnesota. It's actually insane. Like, you know, when you're going on a golf trip somewhere, you kind of look at best courses in blank. So this one had like 5 or 6 different websites giving like the top 10 or 15 courses. And this one was kind of up there in all of them. But I remember doing this exact same thing last year. And we waited too long to book last year. So I was scrambling hard to find the tee time for 8 guys back to back. And I came across that one Stonebrook. It wasn't on any top 10s. It wasn't on any website. I got it from like a tip. I was just talking to a bunch of pros, and a few of them recommended Stonebrook, and it was one of the only ones that was actually had tee times. But man, that course was phenomenal. And that was the one where we rode across the lake on the fair.
Dude. That's nuts, actually.
I mean, you have to. You kind of have to know people in the area, because those top 10 lists aren't always your best bet? Because usually there's some cash there, right? For paying for those spots.
I don't think GP's ever been in the top 10 of anything. And it's top 10 for sure.
Is there like a top 10 in Manitoba website? Like if you Google
but they're like all around like the city.
Right.
The city.
Clear Lake could be on there.
We should put it on our website.
Well, I hope one day we could do a boys trip to watch the Jason play some golf.
2 summers in a row, 0 for 2.
2 years in a row, I missed Jay's game in golf. Hate to see it. I didn't want to bail on that team. I don't think it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't have a passport, or I'd be there too.
Well, you can get a new one with Justin Trudeau jumping off his bridge at his cabin.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's get into the golf chat.
We don't need to get into that. Yeah,
35 minutes left, and
what a dagger for me on the weekend, eh?
Yeah,
I should have cashed.
You got it up to like $550.
Yeah,
$17 bet.
Drums. I had Connors, and it got up to like $550 cash out. Actually, I think it might have been higher than that. I think it got up to like $640 was the highest.
When he started leaking oil, you should have cashed out for sure.
I know. But of course, when he started leaking oil, like it goes down like that.
He sunk quick.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, this was on Saturday when I was getting that offer.
Oh.
And then he was playing really good up until number 60, and then he hit that bunker shot and then made double, and it was like, oh my God, what just happened? Like, I was watching. Hey?
Same as Vic.
Yeah.
Exact same bunker, exact same spot.
Same shot.
It's crazy.
And what did he lose by? 3? But
3, yeah.
2.
2, I think.
I can't remember now.
I think 2 as well, because Brooks missed that last putt on the final hole. He missed the
and he birdied, right? And Vic birdied.
I fell asleep.
So go ahead, Reggie.
No, I was just pretty pissed off that Connors fell off so hard that I was kind of just watching on and off. I was dozing in and out. I was pissed off, honestly. I just lost I lost $17, but it felt like I lost like $500 betting on him. But
you did, because that was yours to take.
I know. But one of those things, had to ride it out. 1,700 would have been sick.
And you have to think at some point, like, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Just Sundays, man.
So good, man.
Crypto.
He looks solid on Saturday. Right up until that bunker shot, he looks so solid.
Oh man.
Like he had probably 5 or 6 putts for par from 4 or 5 feet, and they were just dead center, every one of them.
Nuts.
And like usually that's his little Achilles heel, right? Those kind of long pars.
Yeah.
If he's down with those, it's like, look out.
Vic, is there anybody in golf like Vic's in first, and then all of a sudden he's like off the leaderboard, and then all of a sudden he's like back, like 2 back, and then he's tied for lead, and then like he just goes everywhere, man. He's wild.
In those fucking
he
orange
has
shirts.
to cut ties with JL. I'm so fucking sick of those shirts.
Like, it's weird, man. Like, they have good gear. They have nice looking stuff, but they just give him like the weirdest shit in the barrel.
Bad take here, but I think it's genius. When is the last time we ever talked about somebody's style on the PGA or a company for that matter?
Like Rory, right?
Yeah, but you're not going to buy one because of that.
I might. I wouldn't buy the ones he wears, but I know their brand name now. They actually look like they're nice shirts.
I feel bad for him, man. He looks like such a wiener out there wearing the shit he's wearing.
But he's just one of those guys, though. Like, it almost suits him. Like, I just don't see him in like wearing a normal outfit. He's just not that kind of guy.
Well, because you've never seen him in one. That's why.
Maybe.
It's a joke. Oh, sure you would.
It's not even his style, though. Like, it's just whoever dresses him.
He said he's getting paid money to do it.
So they just give me what I wear. Yeah, he doesn't care. I mean, good on him for just going with the flow, whatever, but some of that shit's wild. I actually don't think this one was as bad as the Masters shit that he was wearing.
I honestly didn't think that was bad either. Like the one with the flowers on it. The
Yeah,
problem
thinking
is,
back, I kind of actually did like that one better than.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's
I don't know.
a perfect example of our world. Like, I see something, I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice. I log into Twitter, and there's like 1,000 people who are just like losing their minds over how much they hate it. And then it like subconsciously rubs into the rest of the world. Like, that's how everything works, it seems like.
I should not be the one to talk shit about golf shirts and golf attire. I've got some goofy golf shirts too that I pull out.
Yeah, I feel like drums, that's your exact style, honestly.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, maybe I shouldn't get too hard on the guy.
I think so.
But I don't know. It is funny when everybody's just flaming him, and then he get like that's the first thing he gets asked after like an incredible round of golf is what's with the attire. Like really?
yeah.
That's probably what he's thinking too.
Well, change it. Fuck, I hate it.
That's just the media being the media, baby.
Speaking of
I
that,
mean,
Yeah, speaking of that, Reggie,
the champion. How do you feel, Reg? Liv taking the
yeah,
ship.
it is what it is. I mean, really, I said it last time. They're
you
not
fessed
bad
up.
golfers.
Yeah, true.
You
He's
apologize to the
solid.
Liv.
I wish he was still in the PGA. I do. Like, he's solid.
We can't talk about this right now. We don't have time. We fought about this via text on the weekend already. We don't need to talk about it live, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, but I won't say a word, but tell me why you think that you wish he was in the PGA still. Like, what would be the difference if he was in the PGA right now?
For what?
Anything. What would his
You get to watch him
change
every
was?
weekend. It changes it when there's another. Like, if Kim and Cam Smith were in every weekend, that adds two guys that can potentially take over a Sunday and are exciting
Well,
to
like yeah,
watch when they're doing it. That's why.
if you had Scotty Rombo, DJ, Cam Smith, and
DJ kind
Brooksy
of.
going at it. Yeah, I guess he's kind of fallen off a little bit, but those four going at it every week, that's kind of must see TV basically. But again,
And we
Cam
don't get
Smith,
to see that
he
anymore.
hasn't really shown up in the majors yet.
I think he's checked out,
Who is-
honestly. I think Brooks kind of has a chip on his shoulder. Cam Smith is kind of just like, hey, man, I got paid a shitload of money. Like, I'm good.
He farted 63 on Sunday. Or
Who?
64. It's Cam.
Yeah, on Sunday. He was way out of it, though.
Did you see the conditions they were playing in?
Wow.
I'm just saying, I don't think he cares as much as Brooks does.
I would disagree with that.
Well, that's just my thoughts.
But okay,
Were
I will.
you cheering for him?
For Brooks?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no. Absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. Not even a little bit.
I was because I wanted the shenanigans that like the fallout of it. I wanted all of that. Bring the smoke.
I wanted
want
to
to
see
see Vic win
Brandl's
bad.
face melt, and it did.
Oh, I don't think it melted until Brad Faxon got a hold of him.
Yeah, that was wild.
Faxon cleaned his clock. And that's the problem with these idiots, man. They never get out of their own bubble. They only take certain questions. They only talk to the same people. As soon as they're confronted by somebody outside of their protected bubble, they have no answers.
Yeah.
What did Claude call him? A paid actor for the PGA Tour. Yeah. But
I don't know.
back to
I
Brooks,
also think it's
incredible win.
I think it's
Like,
easy
we
for
won't
you
go
guys
too much into Live, whatever.
I think it's easy to say all this now because he did win.
Been saying this
No, but
for
really
a year.
though. Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, you think your point's validated because he won a major. I mean,
No,
he's
not at
still.
all.
I still would watch PJ 1,000 times out of 1,000 over Live.
This had nothing to do with the major, though, or Brooks winning the major. It was about the Ryder Cup and how they keep going on like the PGA owns it, and they're only playing for the PGA.
But they don't, do they? Did they ever say that?
No,
like,
but
I don't think that's ever been
Randall
said.
was kind of getting at. He's like, how can you let those guys on there? And Faxon was
but
like, well, he's American. He's eligible.
Right, but I don't think it's ever actually been discussed that was the case, right?
No, but that was just like the pressure from
Consensus?
the PGA Tour, basically, to not allow these guys to play in the Ryder Cup.
Right. And I don't they will be able to probably play, eh?
For sure.
Yeah.
They better
Which
be.
is good for golf. I don't give a shit. It's good for us to watch.
Yeah,
Like
like
really.
how good was the story lines coming out of Sunday? Not just Brooks, you got Block Party.
Holy
Have yourself a weekend, guy. Holy.
Jesus, man. What the hell? What the
And you watched,
hell? And his life just changed.
well,
I don't
he's
remember.
playing this week. He's playing in the Canadian Open.
Is
He's
he playing this
week
weekend?
too?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's
So now,
unreal,
like
man.
the big thing is like everybody wants him to get paired with Rory again at the Canadian Open for the first couple days.
Wow, he just played with them.
His
Yeah.
reaction when he found out he's playing with Rory was pretty sick.
Yeah. And then he's like, I
his
didn't look
interview?
at him for the first 4 holes. I just looked at his feet.
It was kind of awkward. Like they were right beside each other on the range. And then when they got to the first tee, like Rory was kind of like acting like Rory, like, you know,
Mhm.
how he would
In the
act
zone.
if he was meeting somebody else's hero as Rory. And Michael Block is just like either he was super nervous or he just like was completely zoned into the golf because he never even acted like he was, you know, I was expecting a big high five, the hug, you know, saw the interview yesterday, but it was more weird than anything, honestly. But at the end of the day, they're there to golf. And
Like
so
who was being weird? Rory's being weird?
no Block.
Oh.
Well, I mean, this guy's never been in that position. He probably didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah. And I think that Rory just kind of assumed that he was going to be this super friendly to him right off the bat because of what happened the day before with the interview
Right.
and stuff. And he just wasn't. So it was kind of weird.
Yeah, and like
But
in interviews that I heard the past couple of days, he was like beyond nervous. Like he said, I couldn't even look at him. I was so nervous. I just looked at his feet for the first few holes. Like this guy, he's like, this guy's hitting 8-iron and I'm hitting 4-iron into par threes. Like it's just nuts how different that breed is compared to myself. But like I saw another thing where he was the Southern California PGA Championship for like 14 of 15 years. Like he's a decent player,
Oh, he's
but
a
just
stick,
in a,
man. He wins every
yeah,
like his amount of wins in his career is insane.
this is
But
just different caliber.
he reminds me of honestly of like the real world Tin Cup.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I thought that the media would run with that or somebody would, but nobody was really comparing him to. I mean, I guess Tin Cup had a driving range, he wasn't a pro at a golf, or was he? No, it was a driving range.
It was a driving range, but he was like a teaching pro. Yeah,
Yeah, so same idea.
yeah.
No, it was really cool to see, and that ace was wild, man. The fact that it just dunked straight in.
And he had no clue.
And do you know who he looks a lot like? I like the whole weekend was that Meek that I played in the Tamarack. He looks
Yeah, he
exactly
does.
like him, man. I was like, every time I looked at him, I saw him.
What was that guy's name? Derek Meek?
Alan Meek? Al Meek? I don't know, maybe
What'd you say?
I thought it was Al, but Lyle.
Wow.
Oh, thanks, Moose.
We have a first time viewer here in the chat tonight. Mitch Kaminsky, also known as Moose Kaminsky. But good to see you, Moose. I think he's probably watched a couple episodes of the Kingdom through the years, but never in the chat. So glad to have you, brother. Good luck tomorrow while I'm gone.
Is it Moose Kaminsky or Mitch Moose?
It's Mitch Moose. Mitch Moose Kaminsky. His middle name is Moose.
Anyways, crazy story. That was absolutely insane to watch, and it just seemed to keep it just got crazier as the weekend went on. It's pretty sick that he got paired with Rory too. I know you guys aren't as big of fans as Rory as I am, but it is just he seems like a cool guy for like a guy like that to be paired with, right?
Yeah, for
Imagine
sure.
watching Rory hit bombs all day. Holy shit!
Front and center. How weird was the 4-hour walk from 18 green to the scorer's tent for Brooks?
I didn't see it. I fell asleep.
There was so much happening there.
There was so much happening, and all of a sudden, Block's in there, and they're hugging, and he's like, "Oh, I heard you're buying beers tonight." And then there's the guy in the background, like giving the fives.
Yeah, like his whole
5 majors.
his whole entourage showed up.
Yeah. And he's on an absolute tour right now. Did you see him at the Panthers game?
How fucked was he at the Panther game, man?
Holy shit.
Like, his eyes were just like this the entire time he was watching. Like, he didn't blink the whole time.
And he could even look like he forgot how to clap. It looked like he was actually thinking about what to do with his hands.
Yeah.
This guy was like, yeah, Brooks Koepka's on so much cocaine right now, and I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. He hasn't stopped clapping for 5 minutes, and he hasn't blinked since he started clapping. He looked like one of those monkeys.
It was creepy.
Yeah. Like, his eyes are so weird in that. Yeah, it was weird.
He was zonked, yeah. And then he's got Brady Tkachuk drinking out of the trophy.
That was wild, eh?
And then he was at the Heat game last night. He's at the Panthers game again tonight. Like, and then he plays for Liv tomorrow. Like, he's just on a heater.
I mean, yeah, he's getting paid either way, so he doesn't give a shit.
So, whatever. Can show up absolutely shit.
Goes back to exhibition and gets ready for the next major.
Oh, so he's like every other human on earth who can show up hungover and get paid still.
I can't wait to see Brady Tkachuk in the playoffs. That guy's going to be an absolute weapon in playoffs. His brother's kind of got his coming out party right now. Holy shit.
What's that series at right now?
Well, I think it's probably done tonight.
Florida's going to the show?
They're up 3-2 right now in the third. Tkachuk got another one.
Tkachuk was drinking Vegas. The cup last night or the night before?
His brother.
Oh, I gotcha. That makes more sense.
And not the Stanley Cup.
His little big brother.
What do you call it? The Wanamaker trophy?
The Wanamaker. That thing looks legit. That'd be like our not BDO, our original King Golf League trophy is the exact same thing. It has 2 big handles like that. Impossible to drink out of. But apparently, what do you have? 12 beers stuffed in there or more? 13 beers?
Love to see it.
Speaking of beers, this is the first episode in the history of the kingdom that I don't have a beer.
The agua?
I just didn't want to be on a live stream drinking and then driving to Brandon after. So
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. The thinking part of my brain took over there. So what do we got? We got 18 minutes left here. What do we want to talk about? Because we could probably go into a few different directions here. But do you guys have segments tonight? Or do you want to keep going with the PGA stuff?
Just keep rolling. Did you see Sergio qualified for the U.S. Open? Had to go through qualifying to get it?
66.
Yeah.
Good for him, honestly.
Yeah.
Man, whatever. How about that Phil stat?
Which one?
He made it. That was his 100th career cut made at the in majors. Like, that's 20 years straight. 25 years of majors if you made the cut at every event. So he's got, how many years have he been playing for?
He started in like 1990.
So 33, say.
Oh, it was more. It was later than that, drums, wasn't it? I thought him and Tiger were kind of the same around the same time.
No, I think he was earlier.
Earlier, but not 7 or 8 years. I don't think. Maybe. I could be wrong. I'm wrong quite often. One thing I did want to mention was the fact that Brooks, after winning, threw the ball into the crowd. Did you guys catch that?
I did.
What did you think of that?
I don't know. I would do it.
FU to everybody?
I don't know.
Like
I don't see it that way. Yeah, no? I don't think he does. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the trophy. Like, the trophy's his trophy, not the ball that he used, I guess. Gave it back to the fans. I don't know. It's not something I would do. I would definitely keep it.
I've seen a guy use the ball that he got the hole-in-one with on the next hole. on the hardest hole in the golf course.
Is he in the chat?
Yeah.
Did it make it out of the round?
Yeah, it got hit 7 more times and then got put in the
No,
pocket.
once. No, twice. I hit it off the tee, shanked it into the bush, realized that it was my hole-in-one ball, and put it into my bag.
Oh boy, we got to go back and add 2 strokes to your score for switching balls mid-hole.
Go for it. Bump me to the 9th flight instead of the 8th.
Go for it. Phil turned pro in 92. Good year.
So, Drums, you win that one. You're closer.
Thank you.
So 31 years he's been on tour. So that's impressive. 100 cuts made. Very impressive. What did you guys see him on? What day was it raining?
Friday.
Saturday
Friday
morning.
Saturday.
Yeah, it was Saturday morning before all the leaders went out. Like, it was raining really hard on Saturday, and he had his full black outfit on with aviators the whole time in the rain.
Yeah.
The aviators are just glued to him, I think.
He just sludged around the course wearing aviators in a full rain suit. He's committed to those aviators, eh?
I love him too, man. He's such a good shit. So entertaining to watch. So good for golf. And he's been tarnished by some bad people in the world. And
oh boy,
it's sad. No, it is though, Reggie. Like, he was one of the. We don't need to get into it because we're running low on time here. So let's keep things moving along.
Should we get to the fixer divots?
Yeah, let's do that quickly because it's a good one tonight.
The Fixer Divot segment is brought to you by the Price Crash Tour. The Price Crash Tour was created by the players for the players. The mission over at PST is to provide competitive, high-level, and above all else, fun golf tournaments, which, as we've touched on in the past on this podcast, is much needed in Manitoba right now. If you'd like to learn more information about the Price Crash Tour, head over to pricecrashtour.ca. They have a great website with tons of information on the schedule, membership benefits, and also how to register for the upcoming events. Make sure to follow their Instagram account at Price Crash Tour for updates, news, and other announcements, featuring some really cool aerial videos of their coverage, and it's a sick Instagram page, eh?
Yeah, whoever they got working for them does pretty good. That's kind of I remember when they came onto the scene. I think last year was their first year, and whoever they hired to do their social media content did a bang up job because it got me fired up to. I almost thought I was good enough to play in it for a couple seconds.
Okay, so this week's Fixer Divot comes from our boy Steve DeRoche, and his is. So his pet peeve is the guy who always starts telling a story when it's his turn to tee off. Just handcuffs everybody else.
The worst.
What was the last part he had there? I liked his last part of whatever he said there.
Everyone is at his mercy.
It's so true.
What's this tap? Is the government tapping us here?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. They've tapped into your internet, and that's what's going on. I won't lie. I think when I get going, like if I'm a few deep, I can be this guy quite often until somebody tells me to shut up and hit.
No, I don't think I've ever actually had that with you.
I don't think so either.
Beauty. I don't think so.
I can think of a few guys off the top of my head, though.
Yeah, me too.
Some days it's more welcome than others. Like if you're out there for a tournament scramble and you know you're going to be there for 6 hours, either way, I mean, go for it, right? We're not going anywhere. Tell whatever story you want. But when there's people putting on the green and they're telling you the green behind you and he's
oh God.
You can just feel like the anxiety and the tension just like
man, like, okay, stop talking. Like, just stop. You hit the ball. Tell us up in the fairway. Like, shut up. Wait till we get it like a little further ahead. Like, enough.
Yeah, it's almost like the beer cart girl. Just we'll meet him at the next tee box. We'll finish it up there, but
some people just don't know, and that's what we talk about all the time too on here. But it's the guys that do know that you're like, okay, man, you know better. You see them on the green. Shut up.
Let's go.
It's a good point that Steve makes there. I just had one last thing on the Price Crash Tour there too. You can head to their website right now to sign up for the Aaron Cockrell Classic at Bell Acres. Head over to the website, get signed up. Sick tour. I wish I could make a couple of events. I reached out to Jordy at the start of the summer, and it just didn't line up with. Got another shit show of the summer, so
Reggie, I'll play with you next year. I'll commit to that right now, live on the podcast. I will commit to playing at least one Prairie Scratch Tour golf event with you next year.
Yeah, I'm in too. I'm in.
I gotta sharpen up my skills a wee bit, but I think it'll be.
You're dialed right now.
I think it'll be. Well, you're in. I mean, I would be golfing there. I wouldn't be like in the hunt of any sort, but I think it'll be a good goal to shoot for. I mean, I always wanted to play in like those Manitoba events, like the what is it called, Manitoba Golf Association,
the amateur.
Yeah, like those tournaments.
Just Golf Manitoba.
Golf Manitoba. That's the words I was looking for. Thank you. Another blank moment here. Like last week when I said that Weed City didn't have any white flags, I probably heard that from Roscoe at least 5 or 6 times, minimum, maybe 50 to 60 times about the white flags. But I just feel like those Golf Manitoba events are so stuffy or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe not agree. I don't want to say that, but yeah, it kind of feels like it does feel like you're an outsider when you come in because those guys have been playing together for years and they kind of all got their own.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah,
inside circle, and they all play with each other all the time in the city too. It is kind of awkward, honestly. It's kind of why I quit going. It is like I don't know. It's an added pressure that shouldn't have to be there.
But they don't like the rural folk out there. Up there.
Did you guys see Chez's was that on Instagram where he had somebody had
an one?
Yeah.
Yeah, at Madge.
Was that today, Chezzy? Or on the weekend?
I didn't see it.
Oh, he was playing a tournament on the weekend, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Okay, boys. I have 10 minutes left on my charger. Should I risk it or do I plug it in here?
I think you're good. We got about 5 minutes left here.
Okay, so if I disappear here at any time, I'm gone for the night. If my laptop dies, you guys can kiss me goodbye.
All right.
I think one thing that I want to tell you guys.
What the hell's Water Valley? Sorry, Reggie. Go ahead.
I'm just seeing it right now. Speaking of social media presence, speaking of sick social media, you guys have to head over you guys might have seen this already. I haven't even checked my phone really. But Gilbert posted a video today. A drone going across the bridge and past the clubhouse and onto the first tee down the first fairway. Did you see it?
Oh, I don't think so.
Check King Golf account, buddy.
You shared it already? That's a sick video, eh?
It is, actually. I was really impressed when I saw that. Whoever did that.
You know who did it.
Christian?
The show. Of course it would be him.
Okay. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That's perfect video for Gilbert. You see the sign there coming in the parking lot, go across the bridge. You got the 9th green on your right side, patio on your left. I wish you would have kept going a little bit more, honestly, to the first hole. Mm-hmm. I wish the video didn't end.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's not the end of it, but
true.
I think Ches is talking about Water Valley. I think he's talking because he said
Calgary.
up top in the chat, you guys going to Calgary this summer, so his buddy must have bought Water Valley in Calgary.
Holy.
Nice friend to have.
That'd be all right.
I've never heard of Water Valley, but sounds like a nice course. Sounds like what they should call Weed City.
Hey.
It's dry as a bone this year, boy.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Cam. Cam said, have a great weekend, Jor. I will. I'll try for sure. I don't think I'll have to try too hard. We got a pretty fun group of guys. I can imagine.
It's going to be a shit show.
Anytime you're partying with Rubes, you never know what's going to happen.
Very true.
Water Valley would check off a lot of check marks here.
Well, should we go? Chezzy, let's go, bud.
We need Ches to get a PJ.
Should we stop there on the way to Rubes' wedding?
Oh, you know what we do need? Let's talk about this. 5 years from now, May 24th, 2028.
Book it.
King Golf buys a private jet.
Got a ways to go.
Yes.
5 years, you think?
Boys couldn't afford a paper airplane right now.
Maybe 6. That's true.
I can't afford fucking gas in my car.
Well, yeah. Yeah, let's not get down that road either.
Okay, let's get to...
You're luring me here, Drums. You're luring me in with
Let's
everything.
go back to Water Valley.
Okay, actually, we should get his buddy on the pod and talk to him.
I think we can make it work.
What do you mean?
Kelowna?
When we go to Kelowna.
Yeah, I don't know. We got pretty tight timelines per the
Very
itinerary.
tight timelines.
On the way back, I mean.
Oh.
Possibly.
Okay, well, we'll see.
We'll-
yeah, it's a possibility.
We'll have to chat about it.
If Ches meets us there, I'm in for sure.
Chesness.
Ches, how did he buy the course? Just did he?
Straight cash, homie.
How do you get to a course? Because asking for a friend. So before we go here, do you guys not have segments tonight? I had one, but it's a quick one.
Fire
I
away.
don't have one. I was busy today, man. I was busy getting the best news of my life.
That's okay.
I know my life, but it's pretty
First
good
of all, I'll echo my battery's running low. I'll echo my last week's segment, which was talking about the tip from Ches and Drake, which was the decision line. So I won't go full into detail, but it worked really well for me. So if you're listening to this and you didn't catch last week's episode, make sure you go listen to. It's probably like the last 50 minutes of the show, talking about the decision line. Very helpful. But the second part is within the 88 Sats group, which we were just talking about buying a golf course, we started our own little golf league or golf tour in there. So it's going to be a virtual tour. And so we use that. I talked about the Squabit app maybe 2 months ago on here as a tip from Des at Oak Island. So we're using the Squabit app. You can play at whatever course you want, and the low net score of the week wins the pot. So you can play any course, your home course. You can go to Minnesota and play around. As long as you enter your score for the week, you're eligible to win the pot. And so everybody has a handicap, and we're going to be tracking this all summer. And so I brought it up here because I do want to, if there's any highlights or anything that happened throughout the summer here, I want to bring it up on the podcast just as an added feature of the tour. So it's pretty cool. We want as many people who are kind of within the Kingdom community, within the King Golf community, 88 Sats, everybody. We got some really cool ideas for the future. And so, like I said, it is going to be handicapped. It's low net wins. But over time, as this thing grows, we're only going to keep the top 88 in like the tier. So that's the equalizer there. You can't sandbag your way into money, because if your handicap gets too high, you get the kick to the second tier. So I think it'll be really fun. This is kind of like the first introduction of it. If you're interested in joining, shoot me an email or a message. You know how to find me, obviously, if you're watching this show. And let's get some guys going. This is our first week. We got 8 people in it right now. And by this time next week, we'll have double that, I bet.
Soon to have 9.
Soon to have 9 at least. Maybe Drums too. Drums isn't even in there yet.
That's how much attention I put into that Discord. I'm so lost in there.
I didn't want to put my money until I knew I could golf.
That's fair.
And I'm still going to wait to see what my actual handicap is now that I have a bit of a handicap.
Handicap, yeah. Ches said his uncle's a businessman in Vegas, his buddy with the golf course. So that's nice. Ooh. That'd be a nice uncle to have.
Very nice uncle.
Yeah.
And Ches says that tip has to be worth some stats or gear. How do you know if the boys are being honest? For the league, yeah. It's the whole thing's going to be based around honesty. And for like the first 2 or 3 months, we're going to play like $5 a week. So it's It's not going to be any life-changing monies. We'll get all the kinks worked out. We'll get the handicaps equalized. And then the kind of the key thing is their honesty, but also verifiable rounds. So you can't just go out by yourself and play. You have to either be like in a men's league or you need to just go out with a buddy. You just can't do a solo round and throw it in there for obvious reasons, right?
Absolutely.
Verifiable. And if you want to cheat your way and steal some money from the boys and girls, then you have to sleep with that.
Yeah, you're a prick.
And you're a piece of shit loser if you do that.
Okay,
Anyways,
so
I haven't had supper yet. I'm 3 drinks in, man. I'm getting kind of buzzed here, so I better wrap this up.
So we had 8. We got Reg 9, drums maybe a 10, Ches 11. By next Thursday, we'll have
Rip will be 12.
Rip will be
Rip's
12.
in. Yeah.
And my battery here is uncritical. So Reggie, I'm really glad of the news today. It changed my whole summer as well. And even though it was a quick one tonight, it was good to see you boys and everybody in the chat. So I'm off to the promised land.
Hey, have a good trip,
Absolutely.
man.
Yep. Say hi to the boys. Have a couple cheers.
Safe travels. Say hi to the Jays for me.
I'll have a full report prepared next week for Chaska Town
Perfect.
Course.
I think we have a guest on next week, do we not?
We do. He is also playing the Chaska Town Course.
Hopefully makes it back across the border.
Yeah, that'll be the key. Okay, like George said, we're out of here. He's got to catch a flight. We're out of here. Love you, boys. Peace out. We'll see you next week. Later.
Love you, fellas. Thanks, Ches.
See you, boys.
See you next week. Oh, and I have